would now like to introduce everyone to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Dermot Hudson, who is the chairman of the Korea Friendship Association, the UK chapter, and has also, bear with me just right, he was also chairman of the British Group for the Study of Juche and runs a YouTube channel called Songun 007. So please do check that out. And Dermot, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Comrade Fiona. Comrades and friends, honoured diplomatic representatives of the Embassy of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It's absolutely wonderful to be here at this meeting celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Great Workers' Party of Korea, the Supreme General Staff of the Korean Revolution, and indeed a shock brigade of the international communist movement. I'm just going to talk about my recent visit to People's Korea, in which I saw the reality of People's Korea and the great achievements that have been made under the leadership of the Workers' Party of Korea, led by respected Comrade Kim Jong-un and guided by the Juche idea. I visited the DPRK, People's Korea, from the 7th of October to the 14th of October, leading a delegation of the British Group for the Study of the Juche idea and Korean Friendship Association of the UK. It was my 20th visit. It was not my first time to visit the DPRK to attend keynote anniversaries. I'd previously visited the DPRK for the 70th anniversary of the foundation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in September 2018, and for the 70th anniversary of the foundation of the Workers' Party of Korea in October 2015, in fact 10 years ago. What I saw this time around far exceeded those celebrations that I'd witnessed in 2018 and 2015, both in terms of scale and quality. Our delegation travelled via Beijing, China, waiting to check in for the Air Koryo flight, that's the national airline of the DPRK, at Beijing Airport. We met delegations from Brazil, Poland, Denmark, Finland, Switzerland, Bulgaria, and many other countries. It is a myth that the DPRK is isolated. This is a cliche. In fact, not only did many followers of the Juche idea and friendship organisations make their way to Pyongyang, but also very high-level delegations from China, from Russia. In fact, Dmitry Medvedev was actually there, Vietnam and Laos, and this included party general secretaries and state leaders. There were also high-level delegations from the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Republic of Nicaragua. And in fact, I was on the same plane as them, and the Iranian delegation, when they stood up to leave the plane, received a big round of applause from the passengers. On the way from the airport to the centre of Pyongyang, I saw many changes compared to my last visit in April 2024. There was a new factory and a whole new street with high-rise flats and service facilities. Indeed, the face of Pyongyang is changing almost daily, it seems. Like I said, I've visited the DPRK 20 times over the past 33 years. The first time for me to go to the DPRK was 1992. And I can truly say that I've never seen such a massive amount of work of construction going on as I did during the last two visits, a few weeks ago and in 2024. It is difficult for me to detail all that happened and all that I saw in the DPRK. Other people have got to speak. So I'm just going to try and run through a few highlights quickly. Firstly, the International Seminar on the Juche Idea was held in the People's Palace of Culture from the 8th to 9th of October. It attracted participants from all over the world, including the following countries. I might have missed out one or two. Austria, Brazil, Belarus, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Iceland, Italy, India, Indonesia, including Madame Sukarno, the widow of President Sukarno, the famous Indonesian leader, and delegations from Pakistan, Poland, Russia, Switzerland, and many other countries, including a delegation of Korean social scientists from Japan. The seminar was on the theme of building a just and peaceful world. There were many powerful speeches, which I'd like to speak more about, but I don't have time, which denounced the moves of the US-led imperialists for domination and aggression, as well as praising the achievements of People's Korea in socialist construction. There was a huge Russian delegation of over 20 people there, and several delegates from Russia spoke, including a well-known Russian expert on international relations, Professor Vorontsov. We attended the national meeting for the 80th and founding anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea and the grand mass gymnastics, an artistic performance that was titled Long Live the Workers' Party of Korea in the Mayday Stadium on Runya Island on the 9th of October. The Mayday Stadium is actually the biggest stadium in the world, with a seating capacity of over 150,000. It is not rotting or rusting, as has been falsely asserted by the reptile bourgeois media, but is in absolute tip-top condition. Firstly, we heard the speech of respected comrade Kim Jong-un, the General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, and we were sitting very near him. He concluded his speech with the words, we will surely turn this country into a more affluent and beautiful land and into the best socialist paradise in the world, with belief in the people supporting our party and by always becoming one in mind and body with them. End of quotation. At the end of the meeting, there was a rousing rendition of the Internationale by a military band and a civilian choir. After the national meeting, we had the mass gymnastics, which were a dazzling array of colour and music, and the famous DPRK singer Kim Ok-ju sang many songs. In my opinion, it actually surpassed other DPRK mass games that I'd seen, like the famed Ariang, which I've seen about 3 or 4 times, and the Glorious Country, which I saw in 2018. Of course, the set piece of any major DPRK keynote celebration is the military parade, and this time it was at night, and for me it was the first time to attend a DPRK military parade at night, so it was very different for me. The parade was actually held in heavy rain and wind. I think the DPRK is the only country in the world that can do such a thing because of the incredible discipline of their armed forces and their people.
Well, 2 minutes, Dermot.
The parade included KPA fighters who'd taken part in the battle to liberate Kursk in the Russian Federation, and I actually found myself within 5 metres of respected comrade Kim Jong-un. We saw that Pyongyang was a blaze of light and colour at night. The imperialists are lying when they say that there's no electricity in the DPRK, and rather than this repeated cliche that everyone is starving, there was plenty of food, the shops were well stocked, we saw no homeless or beggars on the street. And one of the other delegations was told that people not only get free housing, but food costs $0.3 per month. Just compare that to the UK. It would not buy you a cheap stale sandwich in Aldi or a bag of crisps. Now the construction of the 4th stage of Hwasong Street is underway. I saw it with my own eyes. This rapid development is being carried out under conditions of intense sanctions by the imperialists, as well as against the backdrop of natural disasters and the global health crisis. It is a miracle of self-reliance and shows what a socialist country can do when it relies on its own resources and believes in itself and believes in the Duchadia. I will conclude here because time is short. You can find out more if you visit my webpage, Anglo People's Career, my YouTube channel, Songam007, and you can find loads of pictures and videos of the visit on the KFA UK, Korean Friendship Association UK Facebook page, and on our Telegram and on my Instagram account. Thank you very much for your attention. Long live People's Career, long live Duce.
Thank you very much, Dermot, for the report back on your visit to the DPRK. I think it's always incredible to hear about the continuing advancements and developments that the country is making, again, under intense aggression by the United States, under sanction, under so much duress. The rate of development for the people and by the people is really incredible to hear about. Could we give Dermot another round of applause?
Thank you.